Mr. Graham, homework help! You get homework help. Let's start. Alright, it's time for some homework help. We're on page 271 tonight. It is tougher than last night, but that's why I'm making this video and showing you in class to help you out. There are some things you need to know. Like this picture is a big part of your homework tonight. You'll see it on the page before 271. That'd be 270, I'm pretty sure. You can use a protractor to measure angles. You're beginning to see that now. Even if you're not a master of it yet, you're beginning to see that. I underline one super important part. You have to line up the center point of the protractor with the vertex of the angle. Your homework will ask you a question like, what happens if you don't do that, or why is that important? Well, it's obvious. If you line up the protractor wrong, your measurement will be wrong. And that's what happens to a lot of you guys who get measurements that are close to being correct, but not quite right. Your lining up is a little bit wrong. Yeah? Oh yeah, let me make sure I don't talk too much. So let's look at these two things on the bottom. Now you might look at those and you go, Mr. Graham, what are you talking about, man? One's a pizza and one's a bunch of apple slices. How is that like angles? Well, that's why I put those colored lines in there for you. So you can see that everyday objects make angles too. All we want to do is practice measuring those angles. That's the most important thing you can do for this week's math. Practice measuring angles. So let's look at the angle of our pizza slice. Where's the vertex? Do you see it? Can someone describe to me where the vertex is? Jasmine? In the middle of the pizza. Yeah, that's basically where it is. So we're going to take our protractor and we're actually going to turn it a little bit. Well, we want it to line up with the line. I guess we could also turn the line if we wanted. Kind of like that. Like that. We got to make sure that our protractor, that center line, lines up with the vertex. See? Then you want to bring it down a little bit so that it lines up straight. I would say that I need to turn my protractor a little bit, because do you see how the line kind of goes away from my protractor? I want it to line up perfectly with my protractor. So I'm going to turn it just like so. It looks like the angle of my pizza slice. It's kind of hard to see because it's so zoomed out. Let's zoom in a little bit. Looks like the angle of my pizza slice is either just under 80, no, sorry, just over 60, so we'll say 61, or it could be almost 120, so it could be 119. So it's either 61 or 119. But if you look at the size of the angle, I think it's obvious which one it is. Which one is it, Sophia?
61.
Yeah, because it's a smaller angle. 61 degrees. All right, let's do the apples and then we'll be pretty much done. So the apple angle, we want to turn just a little bit. Try to make it straight. We want to take our protractor. We want to take it and we want to line up with the vertex. And do you see how the bottom line's kind of getting away from the protractor? You want to make sure that you straighten that out. There you go. Now we can follow the line, and we see that it's a little bit over the 140. So maybe like, 142. Or it's a little bit under the 40. So maybe like 39. We have to pick one of those. The question is, which one? We'll look at the size of the angle. What do you think? What do you think, Martin?
142.
Oh, no. Look at this red. Look at these lines. Make the angle with your fingers if you can. That's a little angle. Big angles are like it hurts your fingers to make a big angle. Like you can't even stretch it out that far. So we want to go with the 39 degrees on this one. That's pretty much the most important things you need to know. If you don't measure up, if you don't line up your protractor correctly, you're going to measure wrong. And if you don't make sure everything's nice and straight and lined up together, your measurement, your degrees are going to be off by a little bit. All right, we can end this right here. Everybody say bye, kids. Bye.